Okay, so problem 6 in this homework piece says the ratio of girls to boys in middle school in middle school at AES is 3 to 5. If there are 120 students total, how many girls are there? Solve using a model. So to kind of clarify things for myself first, I wrote down which side was which, because sometimes I make the mistake of solving for the side that I'm not supposed to, and I realize that's all wrong and I have to go back and do it again. So I just wrote reminders for myself saying that this is the girls and this is the boys, because the ratio is girls to boys, which means that the first side will be girls and the second side will be boys. So for this, I used a table, and in this table there are going to be 3 sections. One sec. And I labeled it girls, boys, and total students. So I started with the first one, which made it 3, 5, and 3 plus 5 is 8, so 3, 5, and 8. Oh, and I also, and just to know myself, I'm also going to write the total of students. Okay. And so I went on and doubled everything. And I went to 9, and if it's the girls were 9, the boys would be 15, and the total number of students would be 24. And so then I realized that this would probably be going on for quite a while. So I looked at the total, and because this isn't a two-column, this table has 3 columns, and one of them is the total, I couldn't just multiply the girls and the boys until each of them got to 120, because that would be 120 plus 120, which wouldn't be a total students of 120. So I actually had to figure out, I had to multiply the total number of students to get to 120, and then multiply both sides like that. I mean, both of these, girls and boys. So I divided 120 by 24. And so after some division, I figured out that 120 divided by 24 is 5, which means I should multiply, if you look at that panel page, if something's divided by a number, you should multiply what it was divided by the answer. So in this case, it would be 24 times 5, and that would get us to 120, which is this is supposed to be over here. So to make it fair, whatever I do on this side has to happen on this side. So did this times 5 and this times 5. So I automatically knew that 9 times 5 was going to be 45, because I kind of just memorized that. So, okay, so now that I multiply that side by 5, I'm going to multiply this side by 5. And 15 times 5 and it's 75. So and just to check, I'm going to add, because sometimes this doesn't really work, 45 plus 75, which is 120. And that is answer.